right. Hey guys. Okay. So this is Kendra of KendraKWoods.com. And I didn't actually plan to come on this morning and do a live stream because my voice, as you can tell, is scratchy, and I really just wanted to rest my voice so that it could get better. So you have to excuse that. But I had an experience this morning on my way back home from a doctor's appointment that I feel very strongly and deeply needs to be discussed. And it has nothing to do with business, but yet again, everything to do with business, okay? And I don't know exactly what I'm going to say. I don't know exactly how this is going to come out, but what I do know is that there's going to be some real raw honesty going down in my time with you today. So here's the thing. I was on my way home from my appointment today, and I didn't turn on any music, didn't turn on anything. Hey guys, say hi when you're there. And I just started thinking about what queens do. Okay? Now just bear with me here. I started thinking about what queens do. And so as I was driving along and I'm typing out, what to me signifies a queen, right? Because I understand that women can say they're queens, but they don't show up as queens, right? And so when I got to thinking, I'm like, a queen is a leader. She leads with grace. She leads with gratitude. A queen knows her power from within. She exudes that power. She knows that she has influence and that she has power, but she uses it in a way that is for her higher purpose and for the betterment of other people and for herself, right? Hi, Tamisha. Thank you for joining. And so all the way home, I'm thinking about what queens do. And I'm taking notes about this because I understand that when we're born into this world, literally when we are born into this world, ladies, we are born as queens already. However, as we go through life and life takes its toll and we don't have good examples and we aren't shown how to walk in our queenly womanhood, we begin to show up in ways that do not serve us and that make us look really ugly. Okay? And so as I'm driving home, I'm still thinking about the whole queen thing, I get behind the school bus, right? And the funny thing is, let me back up for a second. The funny thing is, on my way home, I thought to myself, I need to go by the Verizon store to get my phone looked at, right? I thought to myself, I need to go by the car dealership and have my car looked at. And then I was like, no, I'll make appointments for both of those. And then I will take care of that another day, right? So I proceeded home. I get behind the school bus, high school bus, and it stops at a stop, picks up some kids. I'm still in my whole mind thinking about queendom and all that good stuff. And then it gets to another stop. And I happen to look and I'm like, what is going on? And there's all this arms and legs flying all over the place, right? And it finally hits me that there are two young queens on the ground fighting. And I was like, oh, no. This is not about to go down, right? And so I stopped my car and I jump out of my car. And, two other people came up. A gentleman stopped and another woman stopped. And we're like pulling these girls apart because they're fighting. They're pulling each other's hair. They're punching each other in the face. And I mean, they've got arms and legs flying all over the place, right? And so I grab, the one girl and I just hold her, right? I'm holding her and she's upset. But the thing that I felt from her, because I feel people's energy so good, right? The thing that I felt from her is, yes, her emotions were high, but she literally buried her head in my chest because, yeah, she was hurting, but she was a young girl who at the time, or maybe some other point in her life, I don't know, did not feel loved. All right. And so as we separated the two girls, this other one here, she's walking off. She's trying to come back and fight. She's, calling the girl the B word and all this good stuff. Meanwhile, I'm tending to this girl here and I'm telling her to breathe. I'm telling her to calm down, that it's okay to breathe, all that good stuff. So finally, they get separated. The girl goes on the bus. The other girl leaves who's with another young girl who, by the way, was recording this young girl getting beat up, okay? So they leave. My mind is blown. My mind is blown. Tamisha, yes, former high school teacher. I've been in that position so many times. So here's the thing. Here's what it said to me. I'm driving away, and yes, I'm in tears. I'm crying because I'm like, God, these are your beautiful daughters who are out here, who feel the need to put their hands on one another, to express themselves, to feel like they're feeling heard, right? And what this says to me is, we have a generation of young girls out there today who are looking at what's on social media, who are looking at, reality television, who are looking at all this stuff around them right now, who believe that is the way that you are supposed to exert your power, that is the way that you will have your voice heard, that is the way that you go through your life. And the thing that is sad is, and that really broke my heart, is that young girl, both of those young girls are going to grow up in their life, if that's not dealt with, and they're going to feel like they have to fight for everything that they desire and want to have. And what I want you to know, what I need you all to know, those that are watching live and those that are watching the replay, is that as women, you don't have to fight for anything. You don't have to fight for anything. You understand me? You don't have to fight for nothing, because you are born into this world worthy and already equipped and filled with everything that you need to make it in this world. So here's what I want to say to you. The ones that are grown right now, the women that are out there right now, I have a 6-year-old daughter and I have an 18-year-old stepdaughter, right? And I look at those two girls, especially my 6-year-old, and I'm like, she needs to understand how to use her power. She needs to understand how to harness and control her emotions. Because the young girls that I saw today who were fighting on the side of the road at a bus stop had no freaking idea how to control their emotions. And because they didn't know how to control their emotions, they went to their, I'm going to call it their animal instinct, and started punching and kicking and calling each other names, right? Because nobody has taught them otherwise. But let me tell you something. Because of all the social media crap we have going on with all this, fighting and cussing, and this person took my man and she took my man, and who does she think she is? Because of that, and because of reality TV, and because of the things that these girls are seeing on TV, those things are becoming more influential than the mothers are in the lives of these daughters. When we're supposed to be the ones who are the influence, we are the women who are supposed to show them how to grow up and how to walk in their womanhood, how to walk in their power, and how to be a leader, to be a leader. And here's, I see it, I witnessed this recently. There are grown freaking women, okay, I'm 36. I'm talking about women that are older than me, who I see on a daily basis talking about some other girl. Oh, well, who does she think she is? She thinks she's all that, right? Or gossiping about another woman behind her back, right? Or speaking, foul language to somebody else, right? Telling somebody that they're lying, or who do they think they are? Nope, I'm not going to help you. Nope, I'm not going to help you do this. I don't care what you think about this. I'm not going to help you. That is ugly. And let me tell you something that I want you to understand. Whenever you feel like that you need to put somebody else down, whether to their face, or even if it's behind closed doors and you're talking to your girlfriend and you're talking to your group of friends or whatever, and you feel the need and it makes you feel good to put somebody else down, to make someone else look bad, your fellow sister, your fellow queen, that is weak, ladies. That is weak. And you are stronger than that. So what I need you to do right now, because I've already within myself said to myself and agreed that yes, I am going to show my daughter, my 6-year-old and my 18-year-old, how a woman is supposed to behave in this world that we live in. Now, the other part of this is these are two young black girls. Okay. Now, being a black woman who's been in corporate America and understands the challenges and, the invisible challenges that exist in corporate America, I understand how important it is. to, especially as a young Black girl, as a Black woman, to understand what you're made of and how to use your power, and to be able to show up in a way that's confident. Because when you show up like that, when you show up talking about somebody else, when you show up, using your words to speak death over people, using your words to speak, to speak bad things over somebody, when you do that, it makes you look so bad. And then it further perpetuates the image that society wants to give of how Black women are. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. Now, I know this has nothing to do with business. This has nothing to do with, launching a business, growing your business, or whatever. But here's the thing that it does have to do with. These young girls, when they understand that they are equipped, fully equipped, with the ability to go out there and create based upon their gifts, their skills, and their abilities, when they understand that, then they can go out there and they can launch their own businesses. They can grow their business. They can go into communities and help communities build up, right? They can go out there and do what they were made to do. But until they have a solid foundation, a solid example to look to, they're going to continue to show up as they're seeing. Right? If they're seeing their mama out there cussing somebody out in traffic, or honking the horn at somebody in traffic because, oh my gosh, heaven forbid they cut you off, right? Or because somebody comes to you and says, hey, I need your help. And you look at them and you say, no, I can't help you. But then when they walk away, you're like, they don't need my help. They just lying. What do you think you're showing your daughters and your kids, right? When your children see you sitting around talking about, Stacy over here, or talking about, Keisha over here, and how they think they all that, and how they don't deserve the man that they have, and all this good stuff. What do you think? What stories do you think that is feeding to your daughters? We've got to get it together, ladies. We have got to get it together. We've got to get it together, because all this stuff that I'm seeing, women acting like, oh, well, I just don't know. I know that I want more, but I just don't know what to do. That's BS. You do know what to do. You refuse to take responsibility for your life. You refuse to take responsibility for your consequences. Those young girls today, when they get to school, there are going to be consequences to face, right? And I guarantee you, both of them are going to be upset because they have to face the consequences. And then I guarantee you that one of them is going to say, well, it was her fault. Well, it was her fault. Now, here's the thing. I don't care who started the fight that I saw today and that I broke up today. I don't care who started it, but both of them made a choice, made a conscious decision to put their hands on the other person. And so when I'm looking at my 6-year-old and she's throwing a temper tantrum and she's throwing a fit and she's, doing her thing or whatever, I'm going to let her express her emotions, but I'm also going to teach her how to harness those emotions, how to use those emotions for her power, how to use those emotions to help get herself up off the ground and go out there and take what is hers, okay? How to go out there and get what is hers without feeling like that she has to put somebody else down or talk about somebody or put her hands on somebody or, or choose not to be somebody's friend because, oh, if I'm their friend, that's going to take something from me. We've got to change our mindset, ladies. We've got to change how we're thinking. Point blank. Because it's generational. It's pathological. Okay? When you look at the patterns in these families, when you look at patterns in your own family, even my own family, I look at my patterns in my own family. I look at my mom, I look at my sister, I look at my aunts, and I look at their behavior, I look at their language, and I'm not saying anything bad about them, right? Because I love my family. But I see certain patterns, and I see certain ways of behaving in language that I have worked on in myself, and I'm like, ooh, that right there, that is what is causing generational curses right there. That is what is causing you to feel like that you're always, that something's always against you. That is why you feel like the world is against you. Ooh, that language right there is why you will never get out of that situation, because you keep talking about it and keep talking about it and keep talking about it and about how bad it is and about how bad how bad you feel, and you just can't, you can't seem to get out of it and you can't seem to afford it. And well, this person over here is making it because, they've gotten a handout, or because they got, friends or family that has the money that can help them. That's BS. It doesn't matter if somebody has family with money. It doesn't matter if somebody has an education and you don't have an education. It doesn't matter if somebody starts with $100,000 to start their business and you're going to start with zero. It doesn't matter. What matters is what's in here. What matters is how you show up. What matters is how you carry yourself. What matters is the language you speak. What matters is that you know who you are and whose you are. Because you're not of the world, my love. You're not of this world. You're not of this world. You are his daughter. You are God's daughter. And it's time that we start stepping up and acting like daughters of a king. Because we are daughters of a king. And daughters of a king do not walk out into this world and speak down on their sisters. Daughters of a king do not walk out here and put their hands on another woman because they feel like that they need to be heard. Daughters of a king know how to be heard and know how to be powerful and know how to be influential just simply by their existence. But what it takes is you standing in the mirror and getting honest with yourself and saying, okay, Kendra, this needs to change. Okay, Tamisha, I see you here, so I'm going to use you as an example. Okay, Tamisha, it's time to change. Okay, that wasn't a good thing that you did. It's time to change. It's assessing yourself. It's analyzing yourself and what you need to change in here first. Because what is going on in here, what's going on in your mind is reflected back to you by the experiences that you have, by the people that come into your life, by the circumstances that show up in your life, and by everything that you see happening. And if you don't believe that, then keep walking through life with your eyes closed. But it's time to open your eyes because we have a generation of young girls right now who are about to graduate high school, who are in elementary school, who are in middle school and high school, who need to see women of power using their power for their higher purpose and for the greater good of the world out here today. They need to see examples of what it looks like to be a woman, of what it looks like to be a powerful woman. Whether you're educated and have a bachelor's and an MBA or whether you just graduated high school, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. It's time to rise up, ladies. It's time to be the queens that we were designed to be, right? Now, I know I'm going to do my part because I am going to continue to get up every single day and walk in my purpose and speak my message and talk about what it is that I need to talk about because I know that it's needed. Hey, Tavania, because I know that it's needed and because I have agreed and I've told God, yes, you can use me and do with me whatever it is that you need me to do. I will be your vessel. And today he needs you to know as his daughter that it's time for you to queen up. It's time for you to queen up. All right. It's time for you to start speaking love over your sisters and your queens. It's time for you to start learning how to communicate and engage with one another without using your fists, without using harsh language. It's time for you to learn how to communicate. It's time for you to heal the emotional wounds within you right now that are causing you to then hurt other people. Because that's exactly what happens. Hurt people hurt people. And before too long, if you don't deal with it, you'll continue to deceive yourself. The enemy will continue to get in there and you'll think you're doing nothing wrong when you are. When you start to become a part of the problem. Let's be the solution, ladies, instead of the problem. I posted something about that yesterday. Instead of walking around talking about the problem, oh, this is horrible, or oh, this is horrible, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I just got fired from my job. Oh my goodness, I'm barely making ends meet. I don't know what I'm going to do. Instead of focusing on the problem, ladies, it's time for us to start focusing on the solutions. Let your daughters see you as a solution maker instead of somebody who walks around talking about the problems and, oh my God, the world is against me and being a victim. It's time to get out of victim mindset, okay? Nobody has done anything to you. They've done it for you so that you will rise up and be the woman that God designed you to be. Period, point blank. Now, if you want to continue to go out there and speak death over people and make comments about people about how, they need to go here and go back where they came from. And that is superiority. Like you're better than somebody else and you're not better than anybody else, my dear. I'm not better than you and you're not better than me. We are all here for a purpose and for a reason. And until you start tuning into your purpose and asking God what he will have you do and then boldly stepping up to that challenge, things will keep being the same. Things will keep being the same. And it'll be the same for your daughters. And it'll be the same for your daughter's daughter. And it'll be the same for your daughter's daughter's daughter. And it's going to keep on going down the line. And I am challenging you today to be the woman that breaks that chain. Because I'm going to be the woman that breaks that chain in my family, right? And I don't care who gets mad at me or who says, oh my God, who does she think she is? I don't care. Because you know what? My purpose and your purpose is bigger than us. It's bigger than us, right? It's for your legacy. It's for your children. It's for your children's children. It's bigger than you. So it's time to queen up, ladies. It's time to queen up. What I saw today, driving home from my doctor's appointment, 2 young ladies on the ground fighting and kicking and pulling hair and calling each other bitches and all this good stuff has got to stop. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And you know what? They're doing that because that's what they've seen. They're doing that because they've seen their mama do it. Period. So that's all I got. I'm going to get off of here. I'm getting all fired up, but I'm challenging you today to rise up, be the queen that you are. Stop going out here and speaking death over people. Stop going out here thinking you're better than somebody else. Stop going out here and gossiping about who knows who and what so-and-so did and you can't believe she did that, da-da-da-da. And start cleaning up your own life. Clean up your mind, heal your heart, do the things that you need to do for yourself so that then when you do that, you will be able to show up and be the powerhouse that you are, to be the influence that you are, because that is who God created you to be. He did not create you to go out here and be on the ground rolling around with your fists and your legs flying like an animal. You're not an animal, my dear. You are a lovely, beautiful woman who is a queen. And it's time for you to start acting like it so that we can show our young ones how they go out there and they be the queen that they are, who demands power, not through her fists and her arms and all that, but through her presence. Through her presence. All right. Tamisha, you're welcome. Thank you all for watching. I am so fired up right now. I'm going to get off of here because I need to rest my voice. And I have a call that I need to prepare for at 1 o'clock. But thank you for watching. I challenge you to go out there today and start making the changes you need to make to be a queen. All right? A queen, a strong, powerful queen, not a weak one. I love you guys. Be blessed. Bye.